Welcome back to the channel, Sparkles. Today, we're going to explore the top two most valuable 1-cent wheat penny coins from the United States of America. These aren't just ordinary pennies. They include rare error coins, unique copper variations, and special conditions that have made them highly sought after by collectors and investors worldwide. These wheat pennies are not only a piece of American history, but they're also considered some of the most valuable and collectible coins in the market today. Whether it's due to their rarity, condition, or fascinating minting errors, they continue to capture the attention of coin enthusiasts everywhere. So, if you're a coin collector or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of U.S. currency, this video is definitely for you. Backhand index pointing right. Let's get started with coin number 1. The 1956 D wheat penny is one of those coins that has captured the imagination of collectors and dreamers alike. Born from the Denver Mint during the final years of the wheat penny series, this coin carries with it not just copper, but a story woven into American history. While it might appear to be just another penny in circulation, to numismatists and visionaries, it has the aura of hidden treasure, a potential gem lying silently in plain sight. The 1956 D cent is more than a small denomination. It represents the end of an era, a chapter in U.S. coinage where artistry and durability came together. The coin's design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two simple wheat stalks on the reverse, speaks volumes about America's values at the time. It was a coin that symbolized hard work, agriculture, and the spirit of unity. Every strike of the die was not just about minting a monetary unit. It was about crafting a cultural artifact. The Denver Mint's D mint mark gave this version its distinct identity, and even today, collectors instantly associate with the quality and abundance that came from that facility. But hidden among the millions struck are few anomalies, rarities so unimaginable that they could change someone's life overnight. What makes the 1956 D so fascinating is not merely its availability, but the fact that certain error coins exist, off-center strikes, double dies, and misaligned mint marks that elevate its value to astronomical levels. These rare misprints are like lightning caught in copper, unique fingerprints of minting accidents that no one could ever intentionally reproduce. To hold one of these in your hand is like possessing a key to untold wealth, for in the right market, these can command staggering figures. Stories circulate of rare specimens fetching 6 or even 7 figures, turning ordinary individuals into overnight millionaires. Collectors often speak about the aura of possibility tied to wheat pennies. Imagine having a jar of old coins in your attic and discovering among them a 1956 D in pristine, uncirculated condition with a double die obverse. Such a find is not merely a stroke of luck. It is destiny reaching out to rewrite your financial story. Auction houses thrive on this sense of mystery, with bidders from across the globe ready to pay unimaginable sums to secure the rarest pieces. The atmosphere at such auctions is electric, driven by the knowledge that these copper discs are far more than their face value. In today's market, where investors look for assets that are both tangible and historically significant, the 1956 D wheat penny shines as a symbol of enduring worth. Unlike paper money that inflates or digital assets that vanish, this coin carries a solid weight of history. It is copper imbued with the energy of its time, a slice of 1950s America preserved in metal. For collectors, it is not just about ownership, but stewardship of history itself. For dreamers, it is about the promise that one tiny coin could unlock a fortune beyond imagination. The idea that a single 1956 D could be valued in the millions is not mere fantasy. It's the reality of how rarity and demand intersect. As collectors and museums seek out the finest examples, prices soar. The higher the grade of preservation, the higher the value, with mint state coins capable of fetching life-changing sums. Imagine the thrill of knowing that what once bought a stick of gum could now purchase a house, a business, or even a future secure for generations. That is the transformative power hidden in this humble cent. The cultural magnetism of the wheat penny cannot be overstated. Generations of Americans grew up with these coins jingling in their pockets, unaware that some bore secrets of immense value. The 1956 D stands as a reminder that greatness often hides in plain sight, waiting to be recognized. Every small detail, the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the clarity of the wheat stalks, the placement of the D, can make the difference between a coin worth a cent and a coin worth a fortune. Think of the stories this coin could tell. Minted in a post-war America filled with optimism and industrial strength, the 1956 D carries with it the echoes of a time when pennies still mattered. Its journey from mint presses to countless hands, pocket, and piggy banks is part of its mystique. To stumble upon a rare specimen now is like uncovering a relic of prosperity, a copper witness to America's golden years. The mystique surrounding this penny is fueled by the tantalizing possibility of transformation. A single discovery could propel an ordinary life into the realm of extraordinary wealth. This is why collectors scour flea markets, estate sales, and old coin jars, always hoping for that miracle moment. The 1956 D, especially with errors or in flawless condition, embodies this dream more than almost any other coin of its era. When you think about it, the 1956 D penny is more than just numismatics. It's about hope. It is a reminder that fortunes are not always found in grand gestures or massive investments. Sometimes they lie quietly in the smallest of places, waiting for eyes that can see their true worth. The copper cent, in this sense, becomes a metaphor for hidden potential in life itself. If you hold such a coin, you hold power. Not just monetary power, but the power to rewrite your destiny. To sell it cheaply would be to ignore its magic, its ability to elevate you into a new financial reality. That is why experts always advise patience, knowledge, and respect when handling coins of this caliber. For once you let it go, its story becomes part of someone else's fortune. Ultimately, the 1956 D Wheat penny stands as both a collectible and a symbol. A collectible because of its rarity, history, and tangible value. A symbol because it represents the possibility that even the smallest, most overlooked things can carry unimaginable power. It is copper turned into legend, and for the lucky few who discover its rarest forms, it truly has the power to change life overnight. Next up, the year 1952 stands out in the history of American coinage because it produced one of the most intriguing and talked about wheat pennies ever struck. The 1952 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, is not just another ordinary copper coin. Rather, it has taken on an aura of mystery, fascination, and rarity in the world of numismatics. While millions of pennies were struck that year, the coin without a mint mark carries a weight of history and possibility that makes collectors view it as a potential life-changing discovery. To hold one is to hold a piece of mid-20th century America pressed into copper at a time when the country was reshaping itself after the Second World War. At first glance, the 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny looks deceptively simple. It bears a familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, his steady gaze symbolizing integrity, freedom, and leadership. The reverse holds the iconic wheat ears, symbols of prosperity and growth, wrapping the words 1 cent like a crown of abundance. But the absence of a mint mark on this coin gives a particular edge in numismatic culture. Unlike pennies from Denver or San Francisco, the Philadelphia Mint omitted its identifying letter, and this tiny detail has transformed the coin into a centerpiece of curiosity. Collectors know that the smallest mark, or lack of it, can elevate a common coin into an artifact worth unimaginable sums. The lore of the 1952 wheat penny goes far beyond its copper surface. Stories abound of people who stumbled upon one in a forgotten drawer, in an old jar change, or tucked away in a grandparent's collection. Some accounts suggest that select examples have sold for extraordinary sums at auctions, their worth skyrocketing into the realm of millions. The reasoning is straightforward. Collectors around the world compete for the rarest examples in the best conditions, and when a coin is both rare and carries an emotional tie to American history, demand can create staggering valuations. The mere possibility of one such penny turning into a multi-million-dollar treasure has made this coin the stuff of modern legend. Part of the allure also comes from the coin's material. Struck in 95% copper, the 1952 wheat penny resonates with warmth and durability. Copper itself, with its glowing reddish hue, feels alive in a hand, almost like it carries the heartbeat of history. For collectors, this isn't just a piece of metal. It's a preserved fragment of the post-war economy, a time when every cent carried more purchasing power than most of us can imagine today. To think that such a coin could exist in your pocket change and be worth a fortune today creates an intoxicating blend of reality and fantasy. Another factor that makes the 1952 no-mint mark penny legendary is its scarcity in pristine condition. The average penny circulated heavily, exchanged countless times at diners, shops, and gas stations across America. Only a rare few survive with their surfaces untouched, their luster preserved, and their details sharp. It is those untouched survivors that fuel the stories of million-dollar value. For collectors, condition is king, and a 1952 wheat penny in brilliant, uncirculated state becomes not just rare, but mythical. This coin also holds historical power. 1952 was a year of transition in America. Harry Truman's presidency was coming to an end, and Dwight D. Eisenhower was preparing to take office. Families were experiencing the boom of the post-war economy. Televisions were becoming household staples, and cars filled the highways like never before. Against this backdrop, every 1952 penny circulated as a silent witness to the growth of a nation. The coin became part of the fabric of daily life, but its survival into the modern age imbues it with a timeless quality. Owning one is like holding a relic that silently tells the story of America's journey into modernity. Collectors often say that the greatest treasures hide in plain sight, and the 1952 penny proves this point. Imagine sorting through a jar of old coins and suddenly noticing a wheat penny dated 1952 without a mint mark. The thrill would be indescribable, a rush of adrenaline, as you realize you may be holding a piece of fortune in your hands. It is this emotional charge, this sheer possibility of finding a fortune in something so small, that makes the coin captivating far beyond its face value. The market for coins like this thrives not only on rarity, but also on imagination. Auctions are filled with collectors ready to pay unimaginable sums just for the chance to own a piece of this story. A single 1952 wheat penny in exceptional condition could spark bidding wars, the price climbing higher and higher as passionate numismatists compete to take it home. The dream of instant wealth, of becoming a billionaire overnight by discovering one, is a powerful force that keeps this coin alive in the imagination of millions. But beyond the glimmer of wealth lies a deeper significance. The 1952 no-mint mark penny embodies a human desire to connect with history. It is a tangible reminder that value is not only determined by what something is made of, but by the stories it carries and the rarity of its survival. This coin whispers of America's resilience, of countless hands that use it to buy bread or pay for a newspaper, and of the enduring fascination with small details that change everything. In many ways, the 1952 wheat penny serves as a metaphor for life's hidden treasures. What seems ordinary at first glance may hold unimaginable power beneath the surface. Just as a single copper coin can transform a collector into a millionaire, so too can life's smallest moments hold the keys to greatness. That is why collectors guard these coins carefully, refusing to sell them cheaply. They know the power that lies within them, and they know that to give them away for less would be to ignore their true potential. If you ever encounter this coin, remember, you are not just holding a penny. You are holding a story, a symbol, and perhaps even a fortune. Its worth goes far beyond copper or cents. It has the power to rewrite destinies. The 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny stands as one of the most powerful emblems of American numismatic history, a coin that transforms the everyday into the extraordinary. And so, the legend lives on, whether it sits in a vault, a collector's display case, or an old jar of coins waiting to be discovered. The 1952 wheat penny continues to capture hearts and imaginations. It reminds us that sometimes, in the smallest and simplest things, we can find treasures beyond measure, treasures that have the power to change fortunes overnight.